We're back on the Screen Team being joined by a brand new member, Hillary, and Hillary is all about musicals. She loves them, and we're kind of delving in deep into what kind of musicals she likes, and we're going to let you kind of give you a preview of whether or not maybe you're going to like these films as well. But before we get into that, I want to talk to Hillary just for a second about the stage company of Poplar Bluff. Now, you guys had a good 2018 season. You guys are gearing up for the new season. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You were in, I saw you in, what did I see you in? 12 Angry People?
12 Angry, well, we went ahead and billed it as 12 Angry Men, but obviously I'm not a man. So.
Because you were one of the jurors.
Yes, I played juror number 8.
And there were several other females on there as well, correct?
Yeah. I want to say it was about half and half.
Sure. That was such a great production that you guys did, man. That was very impressive. So what's going on for this new year?
Well, we've planned our next season, and so what we have first will be The Odd Couple. That will be our fall show, and that will be directed by Mike Sherrill.
Okay.
Which will be his first time directing, and we're all excited to see what he can do with it.
Sure.
Our Christmas show will be a Laura Ingalls Wilder Christmas. Will be directed by David Carroll, and that one is. It's obviously about Laura Ingalls and her family, and it's actually set during I think the 2 years that she chose not to write about. It was right after her baby brother died, and it just deals with the family and their recent move and sort of the aftermath of that. But kind of on Christmas,
but like a good family production, though, right?
Yes.
Sure.
Well, I think all of her books are stories that the whole family can enjoy. Then in the spring, we'll have Rehearsal for Murder, directed by Lee Spielberg. That one will be, it's actually set during some theater rehearsals, and there's some mayhem and some murder, and I'm excited for that one. It'll be a mystery. And then the final production that we have planned for this season is South Pacific.
A musical.
It'll be the first musical the stage company has done in a while. I know we did what is it? I'll Be Home for Christmas. Okay. It had some music incorporated into it, but I think this South Pacific is the first musical they've done since maybe Chicago.
Okay. And who's directing that one?
David Carroll.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you gotten into the directing chair yet?
I have. This past season, I directed A Suicified Christmas Carol.
Oh, wow.
And the Junie B. Jones Is Not a Crook.
How did that go?
So well. We had an overwhelming response from the community on both shows, actually. They were 2 of our most successful shows.
And you had a lot of young actors with the Junie B. Jones, right?
Yes. Well, I think our youngest was maybe 12 or so. They were mostly junior high and high school age.
But a lot of first-time actors?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
And we had a lot of first-time actors with Suicified also. Our youngest actor in Suicified was, I think, 5. Wow. Yeah.
That's very cool. So a lot of exciting things are going on. If people want to check out more with the stage company, how do they check that out?
You can find us on Facebook. I think it's just facebook.com/pbstageco is our business page. And we do have a website, pbstageco.com, I think. Might be .org, but I'm pretty sure it's .com.
We'll double check that for you for sure. Hillary, this next film we're going to be talking about is Moulin Rouge. This was a film that came out in the early 2000s, I believe, starring Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor. And I remember when this movie came out, I was a young lad at the time, and I was like, I have no interest in this whatsoever. But I didn't see it in the theaters, but I ended up seeing it on home video or DVD or something like that, and this movie's awesome. It's really, really good. I was surprised because usually for me to go into a musical, I kind of have to know some of the music kind of going in, and I didn't know that they were doing like pop standards, you know, and that surprised me watching the film. So I felt like I could engage in the film early on. So that was very cool. What were your first thoughts watching this film?
Well, one of the things that really struck me with the movie is its use of special effects.
Oh, yeah.
And it is, I mean, just like Mimi in St. Louis, I think that movie is beautiful. This movie is beautiful in an entirely different way.
Sure.
Just with the use of modern technology and everything. And it won an Oscar for Best Art Direction, actually. And I do like the use of the pop songs with it. And I like how they sort of mash up some of these, like in the very beginning when they first entered the Moulin Rouge, and Christian is with John Leguizamo, who plays Toulouse-Lautrec, the artist. I love John Leguizamo, by the way. And they're singing this mashup of the new cover of Moulin Rouge and Nirvana's "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
That is when I think I was maybe 13 or 14 the first time I saw this movie. I would get up off the couch and try and dance with it and try and like move my fake top hat, and I think just all of those big numbers that you don't see a lot of big dance numbers like that in movie musicals today. I don't think. They focus a lot on close-ups, but I think Moulin Rouge did a good job of going back to showing you the whole scope of what's going on, or the whole scope of what's going on.
And you mentioned a lot of the visuals, and I think a lot of that has to do not only with the great special effects department, but also the vision of Baz Luhrmann, who was the director, and he's done a lot of other great movies as well, including The Great Gatsby, I think, and there was one more I thought he did, but I can't find it here on IMDb. But he's just a true visionary, and you can tell when it's a Baz Luhrmann film. You really can. Another thing that really surprised me in this film.
I think he did Romeo and Juliet.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. I knew there was another one. Another thing that really surprised me with this film was the singing talents of both Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman. You know, so like I said, seeing the trailer, I was like, there's no way these two can pull this off. You know, this is a big farce, a big joke, but they really do such a fantastic job.
Ewan McGregor, I didn't really know who he was before then. I think I might have recognized him maybe from
Star Wars. That's right.
I saw that when it came out. I was maybe 12, but I had no clue he could really sing, and this was about the time I really started to get into theater and musicals in general. But I don't know, he's up there in The Elephant with Nicole Kidman, who plays Satine, and he just starts busting out the Elton John "Your Song," and you just stop and stare and just bask in the glory of Ewan McGregor. He's amazing.
He is. He's one of my favorite actors too, man. All right. Does this movie? Do you still put this movie on, and do you still get enjoyment out of it?
I still play the soundtrack in my car on the regular. I don't watch it quite as much anymore, but now that I'm talking about it, I might have to.
She's like, I'm going home and I'm putting this one in, man.
Yeah.
The movie's called Moulin Rouge, and it's definitely one if you're into musicals. And you know what? Even if maybe you're not into musicals, I think the fact that it has those pop standards in it, I think might help you through the film. So give it a chance.
Yeah, and I think it's important, too, that a lot of the story takes place in the Moulin Rouge itself, the dance hall, and so it's more of an authentic setting. It's not just people busting out into song all the time. There is some of that, of course, but it's not all of the time. There are a lot of authentic performances. So,
does your soundtrack, does it have the Christina Aguilera song on there?
I think it does, but mine might have been a burned copy, and I might have taken it off of there.
All right, we're going to move to commercial break. She's Hillary, I'm Chris. We'll have more reviews coming up next right here on the Screen Team.